There are 3 bills in the United States Congress relating to daylight saving time, but there are 72 bills in 34 states around the country relating to daylight saving time and time zones. Stay tuned, I'll tell you more. Hey, before I get started, remember to subscribe to my channel and click the little bell to make sure you get the latest updates to daylight saving time around the country. Clocks are changing everywhere. That's what you might think from this map of the United States and where there are state bills relating to daylight saving time. As I mentioned in the intro, 70-some bills, 30-some states, everybody's trying to get in on the action, and a lot of it is related to year-round daylight saving time. Take a more detailed look at the map here. So what you see with the map there, look at the legend in the upper right-hand corner. The states that are color-coded with yellow have some sort of legislation, maybe one bill, maybe more than one bill, relating to year-round daylight saving time. These are directly related to the 3 bills that are in the U.S. Congress at this point. And I say directly related, they're related, but the actual bills have no real connection with the U.S. Congress. The ones that are color-coded in orange have some sort of legislation dealing with exempting themselves from daylight saving time, similar to what Arizona and Hawaii have done for years. There's a couple of states there in red that have some sort of a time zone change legislation. A few of those, they're trying to get around the year-round daylight saving time limitation by basically asking to have their time zone changed into the 1 hour earlier time zone. And then a couple of states there that have some sort of legislation wanting to conduct a study to determine what people want or take a vote in the state or something along those lines. So I've color-coded the state with what I think is sort of the most important type of legislation in the state. And then in some cases you'll see, like up in Oregon and in Texas and Mississippi and Georgia, another colored box, which basically indicates that there is more than one type of legislation in that state. And then you'll see 6 states with a gold star with a red border around it. And these states have some sort of legislation which is intended to urge the U.S. Congress to approve year-round daylight saving time. A memorial or some sort of a resolution that would basically be sent to the U.S. Congress to say, hey, look, our state really does want to do this. And in some cases, the legislation that we have for year-round daylight saving time for those states that are color-coded yellow really does have some sort of provision in it that says, we're not going to do this until it becomes legal, and then at that point we'll do it. Hey, let me jump in here real quick and ask you to click the like button to put in the comments what you'd like for me to change. So if we go back just for a moment to the U.S. Congress legislation, the 2 bills there that propose to basically change the time zones. If we change all of the time zones to be an hour earlier, none of this legislation in the states would matter at that point. All of the states that are thinking about doing something related to year-round daylight saving time would get their wish, and they would all go on daylight saving time at the same time. The states that are proposing to exempt themselves from daylight saving time, many of those are doing that just because they don't like the transition in March and in November. And many of them, I think the legislators and the people of the state understand, collectively at least, that there is no way to basically go to year-round daylight saving time. And so they are perhaps electing to opt out of daylight saving time from a health benefit perspective or something like that. Those states, all of the states, would basically go into daylight saving time with the 2 bills from the U.S. Congress. So as you've probably figured out, I can talk about these state bills all day, but I won't bore you anymore. I do use a website called trackbill.com to get a lot of the up-to-date information. I don't have a subscription to them. I use sort of the manual search mode. And I've got a spreadsheet where I track the information that I've been getting. So if you're interested in a more in-depth look at either trackbill.com or how I go about tracking them and the spreadsheet and so forth, put something down in the comments, let me know. Otherwise, stay tuned for the next update. Thanks for watching.